Another great use for our old smartphones is turning it into a perfect cam for your car, a dash cam. You don't need a Wi-Fi connection or a GPS connection. Of course, if you have one, that's great, but an old phone usually doesn't have one. So I tried a few different apps and I found Driver Record, or Drive Record actually. Here it is right here. So here's a little bit of what I figured out. This is a great app. It runs in the background. It's free. So basically you turn it on and you go to the settings. And what I would do is, if I'm not connected to the internet, these are my settings. So I set my storage size for 10 gigabytes, which is a lot. I've got a 32 gig SD card in this LG G4. I set the video quality to medium and it's working perfectly with that. I don't make a lot of long trips, but I make a lot of trips around 30, 35 minutes. So I set the recording duration for 60 minutes. Storage options, I wanted to save to my SD card because the G4 doesn't have a lot of internal storage. So this is how I set it to my SD card. And GPS rate doesn't matter since I'm not connected. Record audio, I don't need that. I didn't check front-facing camera since the rear camera works better. I didn't want it to record as soon as I started opening the app, so I didn't check that. I locked the screen in landscape since I want to record in landscape, and I'm not starting the app after boot. I closed the advertisements, which was pretty simple. All I had to do was give it a 5-star review, and they let me close the ads. That's a great deal. And system of measurement, since I'm in the US, I put it on Imperial. I don't know how it switched though. Let's see. Okay. So that really didn't matter to me very much anyway. I'll close the settings. You could go back and see once you record videos, they're all going to show up in this section right here. You could delete them right after you record them. No big deal if you didn't use them. Very easy to delete. Just long press it and then click on delete. I usually delete them. This way I don't use up my storage. Now let's say I'm starting a trip. All I do is I press the record button. So it looks like I got it on the wrong. Somehow it switched, so I'm going to switch it back. Settings and storage size. Let's see, it's going to be under storage options. Sometimes these switch and I don't know how, but I just switched them right back. Let's see if that fixed it. And yes, it's recording and it's showing that I've got 10 gigabytes. Now, what I like to do is I don't even want to plug this in when I'm in my car. I don't need to. So I just hit this button right here. And you could see that this indicator right here means it's recording right now. And then I just take my power button and I close the screen and I just put it up on my visor. I got a couple of rubber bands that I put it on my visor. It's so easy and it takes me 15 seconds. So that's how I do it.